for coming. If you please join us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
United States of America, and the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, we'll begin with accolades. So, Ms. Daviano and I will take the podium.
We are so proud this evening to have some students of ours who have just done their very best and achieved some very high-performing marks and grades and everything. And so we'll start off by acknowledging them. So we'll call you up one by one. Is Dylan Arujo here? Nathan, no, stay right here. Nathan Roulette. Rachel Roulette. Zoe Rivicchio. Eva White. Must be my aftershave. Okay. Michaela Ricks. For being selected to perform in the Junior All-State Orchestra at the Rhode Island Music Education Association All-State Festival. Congratulations. Is Emily Marino here?
No, her mother is.
We only have students here until they're 21. So Emily for being selected to perform in the Junior All-State Mixed Chorus at the Rhode Island Music Education Association All-State Festival. Congratulations. Michael Shaw. Michael here. Kyle De Silva. Okay, Kyle, for being selected to perform in the Senior All-State Guitar and Ensemble at the Rhode Island Music Education Association All-State Festival. Congratulations. That's a great honor. You're blessed. Carter McCausland. First of all, how do you say it? No, sounds great. Okay. Congratulations being selected to perform in the Senior All-State Guitar Ensemble at the Rhode Island Music Education Association All-State Festival. Congratulations. Lila say, Lila here? All right. For being selected to perform in the Senior All-State Guitar Ensemble at the Rhode Island Music Education Association All-State Festival. Congratulations. Thank you for doing your best. Jackson Silvera. Anna Simmons. Anna's not here. Joshua B. Okay, so this one's a little bit different, right? For being selected to perform in the Junior All-State Band Bass Clarinet at the Rhode Island Music Education Association All-State Festival. Congratulations. Henry Scott. All right, Henry. We have a lot of specialists. Now, this one here is a different one also. For being selected to perform in the Junior All-State Orchestra Tuba, right? At the Rhode Island Music Education Association All-State Festival. Congratulations, Henry. Is Lucy Chichester here? That's a name we've heard before. Okay, Lucy, for being selected to perform in the Junior All-State Orchestra Viola, okay, sorry about that, at the Rhode Island Music Education Association All-State Festival. Congratulations. How about Nicholas Fartour? Is Nicholas here? Okay. Patrick Frame. Samuel Ward. Samuel is here for winning a gold medal. All right. At the 2019 Unified Bowling Tournament. Congratulations. Thank you for that. Is Gianna Castigliego here? How about Mason Conti? For winning the silver medal at the 2019 Unified Bowling Tournament. Congratulations, Mason. How about Claudia Resendiz? Is Claudia here? Hi, Claudia. Come on here. Come on up. Hello. How are you? Congratulations, Claudia Resendiz, for winning a silver medal at the 2019 Unified Bowling Tournament. Congratulations. Jada Sylvia, I'm sorry. Jada? No? Greg Giroux? Ann Kriswicki? Is Ann here? No? Okay. How about Carolina Barbosa? Caroline? No? How about Caroline DePont? No? Sierra Laturi? Here I go, striking out again. Drew Tiska? No? Mia Fatur? Lara Krizwicki? Hope Tiska? Jacob Holt. bronze medal at the 2019 Unified Bowling Tournament. Congratulations. Mylan Jackson. Benjamin Taves. Congratulations, Phil.
Okay, so I'm told there is no public comment for tonight. So we will move on to the consent agenda. All items on the agenda listed with an asterisk are considered to be routine by the school committee and will be enacted by one motion. There will be no separate discussion of these items unless a committee member requests, in which event the items will be withdrawn from the general order of business and considered in the normal sequence on the agenda. So all in favor?
Motion to approve.
Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? So I believe we are moving on now to superintendent's recommendations, number 2.
Recommendation S201936, no, 37, right. Recommendation S2019-37, that the school committee, upon the recommendation of the superintendent and supported by the budget facilities subcommittee, approve budget lines, items, adjustments as presented by administration.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion? Mr. Ramos?
Thank you, Madam Chair. I don't know if Mr. Bradshaw, if you have any sort of explanation as to what the recommended line item adjustments are, or if there's not you or somebody else.
Sure. I can start it off. You should have everything. I believe it was in your administrator's report. For the most part, it appears to be line item adjustments across all categories: compensation for employee salary, employee benefits across all of our UCOA categories. There's no really one specific area. I can let Ms. Pellerin go into some details, but there are some rather large line item adjustments for things such as professional day salaries, reduction in regular salaries, and then those, of course, get shifted to other line items as needed.
Sure.
Ms. Pellerin.
This was originally presented back in February. What it is to meet the policy that anything over $10,000 comes before school committee for approval. Some of the adjustments are due to the uniform chart of accounts changes, and some of them are due that from the original budget being at a much higher level. Now we're giving you object codes, so we're adjusting down to a lower level.
So just for clarity, these are for the 2018-2019 budget, not for the 2019-2020 budget, correct?
That is correct, and our hope for 1920 would be to bring adjustments to the subcommittee 4 times, which aligns with the quarterly reports that have to go to the state.
Thank you.
Any other discussion?
Aye.
All opposed?
Yes. Recommendation S, 2019-38, that the school committee, upon the recommendation of the superintendent and supported by the Budget Facilities Subcommittee, approve the fiber network bidding.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion. Mr. Ramos?
Just again, if there could be an explanation or discussion or description of what the recommendation is and how the decision was reached.
Sure, again, I can start off. You should have in your information the fiber bid results. The recommendation from the subcommittee is to go with full channel. And again, there's additional information in the contract that provides two different options. And we will be going with the, as I understand it, the dark fiber option, which provides for a one-time cost, and then an annual cost after that for a 10-year contract. So we believe that the services provided by Full Channel and the price that they're quoting is the biggest bang for the buck with regard to what we need for our security infrastructure. So all this kind of comes to us because our current bandwidth within the infrastructure can't handle the new safety and security camera systems that we're going to be installing, that we've been approved by RIDE to install. So this is required to facilitate cameras at each of the schools. And as you see, we're going with the dark fiber option. There is another option there for lit services option that provides for a monthly charge as well. We believe that we have the capability and the know-how in-house with our current support team to maintain that fiber. So as I understand it, Rose, you can correct me if I'm wrong. The dark fiber is they're just running the lines, and then when it's time to light off, that's going to be something that we'll do those connections and light the system off, and we'll maintain it from there.
So are we agreeing to a 10-year contract at this point, or is this?
It's a 10-year contract with an option for 2 more 5-year extensions. And that's typical of the companies that run fiber.
And are the prices fixed for the full term?
Yes.
Mr. Saviano?
Yes, thank you. I don't know if I should be asking, who I should be asking about this, whether it's Rose or someone else. Did we know when we were approving the security measures that we were going to have this additional expense?
I'm going to look to the superintendent, but I believe we did.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you.
Any other questions? Mr. Cabral?
Rose, is there a person on staff that has this as a specialty that they can do this, or we have a couple people, or how does that work?
Yes, we have a network manager who will, one of the questions at subcommittee from Mr. Bento was as to, would this be a lot more work for this person? The startup will be a lot more work, getting the project going and doing project management and making sure the vendors conforming with our specifications will be a lot of work. He will be assuming that work, I will be assuming that work, and another person on our team will be, maintaining that project management, getting everything run. But after that, the network manager will assume it as part of his duties.
What you're telling me is we have at least 3 people that have the expertise to do this?
We have 3 people that do project management work, which is that beginning startup work, making sure that everything's proactive so that we don't have problems down the road. So the 3 of us will be monitoring that as part of our duties that we do when we have projects, but moving forward, our network manager will assume that as part of his duties. So it won't be a tremendous more burden on his workload.
But should he get sick, is it someone that can fill in that spot
Yes, yeah,
without any loss?
yep.
All right, that's all. Thank you.
Thank you. Ms. Pellerin, can you just explain the funding source, how we talked about it in the budget facilities for those that weren't there?
So the funding source comes from the capital fund, and the capital fund is funded through fund balance. So if you end the year with surplus in the general fund, based on policy, it reverts over to capital to fund one-time projects.
May I clarify? Just to kind of piggyback on that, we also have an opportunity to take advantage of E-rate funding, which would give us a 50% discount if the federal government approves our construction. So we should know that by July 1st. Right now, I'm in the midst of a series of program audits, answering questions to the federal government, trying to get us eligible for that funding.
Mr. Saviano?
Mrs. Pellerin, I don't know if I maybe didn't hear you, or I'm wondering, is some of this reimbursable under state for security reasons?
I don't believe that the fiber is, just the E-rate discount. But the safety and security part of it would be just not the fiber.
It just seems like it should because of, I know. The reason I'm saying this is because if we can't operate the stuff that we are told by our two police departments to have without this, then I would think it should be partially reimbursed.
So there are some aspects of the camera system that's reimbursable. That's in the $499,000 application that we put in. So there is aspects of the safety and security in there. Ironically, the cameras are not considered capital and are not reimbursable, but other components of the camera system are. So there's no logic behind it, but we are between E-rate and the funding through the governor's office and RIDE. The majority of this project is going to be reimbursable.
Super, thank you.
And just to clarify, Dr. Andrews, it's about 80%?
Yes.
This is what will be the return?
A little less than that. It's about 70.
And last year, if you remember, in our budget, not this year, last year's budget, we put aside $100,000 towards safety and security, so that's still there as well, knowing that some of this we would have to pay for.
Thank you.
Mr. Cabral?
Rose, this is fiber optics that we're putting in, is that correct?
It's fiber, yes.
Is it just for the security or is it for other users also?
It's primarily for the security, and it can be a fall over for our instruction.
So we can't use it for some other areas besides that?
Yes.
Anyone else? I have just one kind of more specific question maybe. I noticed on the bid results document that there was a range of fiber strands
Yes.
that the companies came back with, and I'm just wondering how you went through that and what that means.
We asked for the 14 strands so that we could bring 2 strands to each building, and Full Channel's the only one that bid on the 4 strands. I mean, the 2 strands to each building.
Mr. Ramos?
Yeah. So I guess, was that a requirement in the RFP that it be a 14-strand bid, or was it?
It was a requirement, but the engineering that the other companies were going to do, they were going to minimize the amount of strands and do some engineering so that it wouldn't require so many strands. But the best solution is to put 2 strands to each building, and that's what we put forth in the RFP.
Anyone else? Okay, let's vote on it. All in favor?
Can we ask a question
Aye.
from the floor?
Aye.
All opposed? I'm sorry, it didn't happen.
I just wanted a clarification question. Is this network manager for the security in your position?
No.
No.
Recommendation S 2019 dash.
You're all done, John.
Okay.
That was excellent.
Great job, John.
Thank you.
Let me check that one off, sorry.
Thank
So,
you.
Number 7 on our agenda, the level 3 grievance hearings, we will be tabling tonight. The reason we're doing that is so that we can work with the BWRSD to have some discussion and try to negotiate a resolution for some of the issues at our schools. Thank you. And then I'm going to move up number 9 so that we can hear from the subcommittees before we adjourn to executive session. So first up is Mrs. Reach with policy and curriculum.
Thank you, and good evening. I wanted to start off by letting everybody know that our next meeting will be on May 6th at 6 p.m. at the Oliver Building. And we are kind of taking a look at a handful of new policies, some that have just not been looked at for a while. Another one, we're planning on reviewing some student discipline policies, as well as conduct and discipline, community relation goals as a committee, and also an off-campus learning policy. Thank you.
Thank you, Mrs. Reach. Budget and facilities, Mr. Bradshaw.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Our next regularly scheduled meeting is going to be on May 20th at the Oliver Administration Building at 6:30. All are welcome. We are going to continue to discuss the FY20 budget and impacts, as well as having a mini workshop on enterprise funds, I believe is what we're going to have next. This past meeting, if you were in attendance, we discussed grant funding. So now we're going to start looking at other revenue sources and other types of funding within the district, and we'll be digging in a little bit on enterprise funding. I will say that it is not yet scheduled, but we are looking to have a special meeting of the Budget and Facilities Subcommittee to meet with the students at KMS that are part of the Generation Citizen program. They have some requests to us to install some neat new things in the district that potentially have significant impacts again on our budget. So as part of their Generation Citizen program, they're going to be putting together a presentation and coming to us to discuss that. Date is currently TBD, but I know that it's got to be before the 13th of May, because that's when they're going to go present their programs at the State House and hopefully do very well. I'm sure they will.
Thank you, Mr. Bradshaw. Personnel contract negotiations, Mr. Ramos.
I have nothing to report with respect to personnel and contract negotiations.
And wellness, Mrs. Reach and Mr. Ramos.
Would you like me to take it? I've got a couple of notes here just in case. We're actually having a meeting tomorrow that was scheduled kind of at the last moment. People are still, of course, encouraged to attend. It'll be at 4 p.m. tomorrow at the Oliver Building. We had an opportunity to pull some of our members to try to squeeze in another meeting for our regularly scheduled one, which is on May the 20th at 4 p.m. We are still working toward trying to hammer out goals and mission as a wellness committee, as well as exploring a broader membership base, hopefully with additional students as well as a physician, and also expanding partnerships with organizations in the community like the Health Equity Zone. And let's see. I think that's about it. Thank you.
Do you have that agenda?
Do I have the agenda?
The agenda for tomorrow?
For tomorrow?
Yes.
Yes, I have it in my email. We don't normally post those. We're building the wellness website, and I'm hoping to have those up on a more sort of consistent basis.
Can you request?
Sure. Yeah, no problem.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you, Mrs. Reach. And now, if I could get a motion to go into executive session.
Motion to go into executive session, Madam Chairwoman.
All in favor? And that's for the purposes of legal counsel. And